Alright, welcome back to another video of scientific rankings. In this video, I want to talk about IFTTT syndication. Now, if you don't know what TTT is, then let me explain it. IFTTT means if this, then that. But more specifically, it's a tool they can use to really connect things together. So you go to IFTTT.com, you can create an account, and it basically connects two different things together. So if this, then that, hence the name. So if I post on Facebook, then share it on Twitter. If it's 10 p.m., then email me. And they connect with all these different apps and everything. It's extremely cool. But more specifically than that, what we use it for is a syndication tool for updating our social profiles and our Web 2.0s. So syndication, guys, means that you create something and it syndicates to other websites. Now, I know I just used the exact same word to describe a word, but syndication is basically, I'll create a blog post on my website, and it will syndicate that to Facebook, and then that will be posted on Facebook automatically through syndication, and it will also be posted on my Twitter page, and it will also be posted on my Weebly page and my Tumblr page, and all this sort of stuff. It will syndicate. It will just post the exact same thing to these other profiles, and it will link back as a reference, like where it came from. So, as a diagram, this is kind of how it looks. You're going to create a new blog post, and you're going to create a new YouTube video. And then from there, that's going to post from your money site to the Web 2.0. It's going to post from your money site to the Facebook page, the Pinterest page, another Web 2.0, Twitter. And the same, like your YouTube video is going to go automatically to different places. This is kind of what we're going to get into setting it up, but let me go through a few more details first. So the way we set this up is we connect our RSS feed to our Facebook page. So we connect the RSS feed, then we connect our Facebook page, and then it's simply if new RSS post, then post on Facebook. We can do the same for Twitter. If new RSS feed post, then post on Twitter. This is how powerful IFTTT is. It's extremely cool, even from a non-SEO perspective. It's just really, really cool. But this is really what it does, and this is what it allows us to do, and this is how it allows us to do it. So every time, in this example, every time you share something on your blog or on YouTube, it's automatically distributed to all of your branded profiles. So another example here, if post on YouTube, then post on Twitter. If post on YouTube, then post on Facebook. This is how IFTTT works. It's extremely simple to understand and use once you take a look at it, even if I'm not explaining it very well here. So what this does, guys, is it keeps your profiles active, and it allows them to just regularly build backlinks to your website. Every time you submit a blog post, you're going to get a link from all your different social profiles back to your website, back to that blog post. So you're regularly getting backlinks, and you're regularly active and staying on these social media sites versus just like never using any of them and just having some site that's set up and hasn't been touched for months and all that sort of stuff. So this allows you to really get links all the time. It encourages you to blog post, and it keeps all the social profiles active as well. So let me go through some basics here that you're going to have to understand, and then I'll get through the more technical stuff. So there's two definitions I want you guys to understand. The first one is trigger, and the trigger is the if thing. If is the trigger. So if I post on Facebook, if my RSS feed is updated, if I upload a video on YouTube, if it's 10 p.m., if it's raining, whatever it is that you want to set up on IFTTT, that is the trigger. If this, which is the trigger, and then the second thing is the action. So the next definition is action. So the action is what's going to happen when that trigger goes off. So when it gets 10 p.m. at night, the action could be it's going to email you. When it gets raining outside, the action could be that it's going to text you and tell you to bring in the laundry. Or when you post a new blog post, the action could be that it's going to share that on Facebook, that's going to share that on Twitter, that's going to share that on Pinterest. That's a trigger, and that's an action. The trigger is what triggers it, and the action is what you do as a result of that trigger. Hopefully that makes sense. It's not too complex. So there's a few different trigger choices we can use, and let me just show them to you. So the first one is RSS, and this works great if you have a blog on your money site. It's basically just every time you update the blog, it's going to act as a trigger, and you can create actions based off of that. So share on Facebook, share on Twitter, all that sort of stuff. Another one you can do if you don't have a blog is have tweeting as a trigger. So every time you tweet, it's going to cause an action, which is going to be like share that tweet on your Facebook page, share that tweet on your Tumblr blog, and all this sort of stuff, which is really cool because it allows you to link to very specific pages or anything really in your tweets. And the third one that I'd recommend you can use is uploading YouTube videos. So the trigger would be every time you upload a YouTube video, then it's distributed. So I recommend setting this up anyway, and basically every single time you upload a YouTube video, it's automatically distributed, automatically going to get links from all your branded profiles to this YouTube video. So my standard setup, guys, is RSS plus YouTube triggers. So how this works is the diagram we covered before. Every time I post something on my money site, it gets shared, it gets syndicated, it gets distributed to my Web 2.0s, my Facebook profile, my Pinterest, everything like that. And then on top of this, every time I create a YouTube video, it gets shared to Twitter, my Web 2.0s, Pinterest, Facebook, Web 2.0s again, like the same stuff. It gets distributed every time I upload something to YouTube, every time I add a post to my money site. These are triggers, and the action is it posts it on all these social media websites that we've listed here, and then some. This is just a quick example to show you how it works. So there's a very important thing to note, and that you can't optimize your internal links very highly in your blog posts because they're going to be duplicated. What this means is if you link with an exact match anchor text from your blog post, that's also going to be shared on your Weebly profile, your Tumblr profile, and all these different sites. So the problem there is that you're going to have multiple of these exact match links from all these different profiles. So be very, very careful if you use your RSS feed as your trigger that you don't optimize your internal links very highly. Just do it very softly, and it just gets some real engagement and get some shares there. Don't do like exact match anchor text, or really don't do like extremely focused anchor text, because it's just going to get distributed there, and it's going to be like it's gonna be over optimized, and it's gonna be a bit of a mess there. So an alternative method you can do, an alternative setup, is to have Twitter and YouTube triggers. So again, a diagram to show that every time you tweet, it's shared on LinkedIn, it's shared on Facebook, it's shared on Pinterest, it's shared on your Web 2.0s. Or when you upload a video again, just the same, it's shared to LinkedIn, your Pinterest, and Facebook, and Web 2.0s, and all that sort of stuff. Using tweets as triggers is extremely cool because you can link to any page or any website in the world and get syndicated links linking to that page or that website you want to link to. So with a blog post, it's going to point back to your blog post all the time. When it shares it on Twitter, it's going to write the title of the blog post that's going to include the link to that blog post. But with Twitter, with a tweet, you can link to any page in the world, and every time it shares it on all these different profiles, it's going to link exactly to that page that you link to. So there is something cool about being able to do that. Now, let's get into a little bit more advanced stuff. That's the basic thing, guys. You're going to have this branded social network there where you have your Facebook, Twitter, Web 2.0 fully branded, and then you get the links and everything automatically through syndication. Now, let's get into some advanced stuff. So what if you wanted to set up multiple IFTTT networks? Well, multiple networks can be used to add an extra layer of engagement and power to your social profiles. Now, I'm not going to say that it's much power, and personally, I prefer just to use my PBNs for power. I don't really want to use this. It's not really worth my time, but I have tested with this. And what it's all about is just setting up an extra IFTTT network just to add some extra distribution and links to the different profiles in your main IFTTT network. So a quick tip to make this even better is that you can include expired Web 2.0s. So you can register expired Tumblr profiles. They already have lots of links going to them already, and then there's kind of extra power. Like for these extra tiers, you don't brand them whatsoever, you just make them niche relevant. So you can find some expired Tumblr profiles, then you already have some links to it, so add some extra power there when you're pointing it to your tier 1, which is your main IFTTT network, meaning your YouTube channel for your money site, or your Twitter profile for your money site, your Facebook or your Web 2.0s for your money site, all the branded ones that were already set up. So how this would work is kind of an extra layer on top of what you already got. So this is what we've got currently. Every time we update a money site, it gets distributed to our Facebook page, our Pinterest page, our Web 2.0s, our Twitter, and so on. And then every time we upload a video on YouTube, it gets posted to the same sites. Now, if we were to create an additional IFTTT network based off of our YouTube profile, so our YouTube was the trigger that triggers the IFTTT network, then we build this extra one up here. And from here, we've got Facebook, we've got Twitter, we've got Tumblr, we've got Blogger. And every time we upload a new video on YouTube, it's sent to the Facebook page, it's sent to the Twitter page, the Tumblr page, the Blogger page, and it's distributing this video for you on these like generic, like niche relevant profiles that are nothing to do with your money site. So it gives you an extra like way of just distributing your YouTube video if you want to rank a YouTube video, or just to really add a little bit more power in there. And you can take this even further. You can set up even more Tumblrs. You can register some expired Tumblrs and get some extra power going in there by distributing a YouTube video on all those Tumblr profiles also. And what you can also do, guys, if you want to, you don't just have to use these for your YouTube videos. These aren't your own brand social profiles, they're just generic ones. So on top of that, you can kind of merge the feeds and have other people's stuff going on there as well that isn't yours, just to mix it up and make them seem more natural. So you have another YouTube channel that's within your niche, a niche YouTube channel that also their videos are automatically shared in this too to keep the profiles active. Or you pick a popular blog in your niche that isn't competitive with you, that isn't targeting the same keywords, and again, you merge all these together into one master RSS feed, and then they're automatically shared on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, and everything like that. But again, these are generic accounts. They aren't your main ones. These aren't linked to the ones that point to your money sites. They're completely independent new ones. It's a completely independent new network set up just to power up your YouTube channel in this case. So as for doing that, what you want to do is merge RSS feeds. So you can do this with Chimp Feeder, Feed Killer, Feed Informer, RSS Mix. There's numerous tools there. Just Google merge RSS feeds if you like. But I've used Chimp Feeder before. It's a really cool tool. And basically, guys, this allows you to merge the RSS feeds. So you can, basically, guys, you can grab the RSS feed from your YouTube channel. You can grab the RSS feed from another YouTube channel and from a niche blog and all sorts of stuff. And you merge these into one RSS feed. And then the Facebook up here, the tier 2 Facebook, the Twitter, the Tumblr, the Tumblr 2, the Blogger, the Tumblr 3, all of these up here are using your RSS feed, your merged RSS feed, to get content from them. So it's automatically distributed on all these profiles. So every time you update your YouTube video, it's automatically posted on all these profiles. Every time that blog updates, that niche blog that you use theirs, then theirs is posted too. So yeah, you're getting links to these people, so you don't want it to be your competitors. But what it does is it means that it's a syndication network, which looks more legit than just all these profiles set up that look really generic, linking just to your YouTube videos. So that kind of keeps it more natural looking and gets you some shares and everything of your video, distribution of your video. So what I'm going to do below this video is going to link up some IFTTT recipes so you can kind of automate all this stuff. I don't want to go too long on all this stuff. It is really cool, and it's really cool what you can do, but the basic thing is, guys, set up some social profiles, the branded ones and Web 2.0s, and have a basic network where it's basically every time you update your blog or you add a YouTube video, it's automatically shared on all these sites. That's the simplest part of it. If you want to set up multiple networks, you can go ahead and do that. You can go ahead and merge RSS feeds if you want to, and all that stuff. Test it out, see what you like, but I personally recommend putting all your time into setting up PBNs and just linking from PBNs. There's much more power there. But you can test all this stuff yourself. I want to share this with you so you can do it. If you're on a tighter budget, you don't have many PBNs, play around and test this stuff. But if you have the budget, I recommend putting the time into building up the PBNs and the money into building up the PBNs. It's just much better investment of your time and of your money. But I hope this helped. I'll link up the recipes below so you can start setting up IFTTT now. And that's all there is to it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.